Okay, so before we start our bigger project, let's do a little like mini project first. That way you can practice rule of thirds since it is something you first learned. Okay, so I want you to take a sheet of paper and you're going to put a couple of rectangles on it like this. La 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 la. Super easy. You're just going to do 3. You can fit them on the page however you want. Notice mine aren't perfect, okay? Mine are far from perfect. So please don't start making yours and then worry that right now they need to be perfect. Definitely not getting graded on that, okay? So you got 3 lovely rectangles here. Next, I want you to separate each of those rectangles into the rule of thirds. So I'm going to pretend basically that this is a sheet of paper right here, right? I'm pretending this is the top of my paper. This is the right side. This is the bottom. And this is the left side. Okay? So just pretend it's a sheet of paper. Yeah. No, you can come on it. Mr. Mills is coming in, so I'm popping my mask on now. I don't have it facing me. You're going to be upside down.
Hello!
So it works. I can't pause this. I can't pause it. I'm sorry. I started recording on Studio instead. I'll come to you as soon as I'm done, okay?
No, I don't need anything. I just think I wanted a video conference for lunch.
Oh, yeah, send it. I mean, I already ate, but send it.
You did?
Uh-huh. I ate before the meeting.
Yeah, I was doing translation in Spanish.
I did that too. All right, so that was Mr. Mills taking my mask off now. I don't know if I sound muffled with it. But okay, so this is our paper, right? And I'm going to go ahead and draw my lines. Whoop. Just like that, right? Because if this was my paper and I'm separating it into rule of thirds, I'm trying to make it about 1/3 of the way down, okay? So I'm going to do that on all of them, okay? So this is my paper, and I like to call these thumbnail sketches. You're planning out what you're drawing. Okay? So now you're going to practice placing your objects on it. So let's see. Let's say I wanted to draw this little vase thing. So funny story. This used to look really pretty. I made it and it was awesome and it looked beautiful. It was made with clay. And while it was still wet but kind of leather hard, I dropped it and this is what it looked like. And I decided I wasn't going to fix it. And this was just going to be a sample thing for me to practice this blue glaze on. So I went ahead and just left it like this. And I still put stuff in it. I put like a pencil down there. It's actually been holding this fluffy pen right here. Just ta-da, like that. But anyway, let's say I want to draw it, right? So I'm going to put it here. All right. So where would I put it on this top page, right, to make sure it's in a rule of thirds? Would I put it teeny tiny right here? Would I draw it super small like this? No, definitely not. That made me sound like a pony or a horse. No. Anyway, you would not do that. So you would want to draw it larger, right? So I'm going to do it this way. Because usually I like to put stuff over here. I think it's because I'm right-handed and I worry about if I start here, my hand dragging across the lead. But that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it here, right? So I'm just doing a quick sketch of it. It's not going to be absolutely perfect. It's not going to have a lot of detail. I'm just kind of trying to get the general shape of it down. Okay? So there it is. Voila. Right there. Okay? And now I can look and I'm hitting that hot spot and I am hitting that hot spot right there. So I'm hitting 2 hot spots, okay? So what about if we were doing multiple objects on a sheet of paper? Let's try that on this one, okay? So let's draw my little vase again. Let's add it. Real quick there, just a little rough sketch of the shape of it so I can plan it out. And what else should I add? Let's look around on my desk. I have, let's see. I got a marker. I got some marker, okay? So first of all, what I want to see is how big this marker is in comparison to the vase, right? It is taller than the vase. So if I was to put the marker laying down right here, I would need to size it to where it would be longer than that vase. So if I take my fingers right here and I'm like, all right, the vase is this tall and the marker is going to be behind it on a table and it's going to come like right there. So if it was behind it, it would look a little bit smaller, right? Because of that distance. Remember, when things are further away, they appear smaller. So that's going to be my marker right there, okay? I'll do the little zigzag pattern on it. Yours don't need to be that detailed, okay? As long as I can tell what it is, then we're good. If you are worried that I can't tell what it is, feel free to label it, because that's a weird looking vase, right? If I didn't tell you or show y'all right now, I might kind of be like, is it a goldfish? I like goldfish, and then I'd want to go to the store and buy a bag of goldfish. So maybe I label like vase, marker. Okay, so now for our third one. Woo, there we go. Let's do a different object. I'm trying to think. Maybe you're doing like a figure drawing, right? Or a portrait. So you'd want to place it right here. So let's do it to where we have a portrait here, and then I'm going to set it up so I have a figure over there. So if we had a close-up of somebody's face and it was on these 2 hot spots, see, I'm planning it out. There's the neck and shoulders, just kind of basic shapes where my figure would go. And then I'm going to have this little guy standing over here. Oh, Matt, look, I put little hands on hips there. I got this look a lot from my mom when I was a kid. Hands on hips, because I did something silly. One time I spilled a whole bucket of paint on the carpet. I think I was in 2nd grade. She was not happy with me. So then I'm going to kind of do like my line down here for grass. And then that is it. You just make sure it's hitting those 2 hot spots. This one I am hitting 3. This one I'm also hitting 3. And then this one is 2. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and do this for me. I want 3 thumbnails. Remember, our thumbnails are this right here, right? Wait, where'd it go? Oh, are this right here. This little rectangle right here. And then you're going to separate it into rule of thirds, and you're going to draw some objects on those rule of thirds to show me that you know what rule of thirds is. All right.